Normally, I check my streaming before I go live, and as you can see, I did not do that. Oh my goddess, there we are in a fantastic Friday during Aquarius season, frequency, energy, vibration. But today we are under the radiant, brilliant glow of a full moon in Leo on the rise, a moon that does not whisper, it illuminates. And if you don't know, Leo is the heart. It's the courage to be seen, the creative fire that says, I am here and I matter. It is the sun, the radiant sun that shines light upon everything. It's even how we identify, in a way, illuminating our identity. So this full moon is asking one powerful question. Where are you ready to stop dimming your light, your brilliance? Because Leo energy doesn't come to perfect. It comes to express. And under a full moon, whatever has been quietly asking for visibility now steps into the spotlight. And today we're going to be exploring what this full moon is activating emotionally, creatively, and spiritually, of course, mentally, possibly. And then we're going to ground it into something I love, of course, the elemental pathway, the 4 pillars for this lunation, because the moon shows us how it feels, and the 4 pillars show us how it's built. And as we do this, I want you to listen closely, carefully, possibly, because this full moon in Leo is not a standalone moment. It literally is a preparation point. And next week, we open the gates to the fire horse ceremony, which I'm super excited about. If you know, you know. There we are, the ceremony for 2026. This is a live ceremonial activation designed to help you consciously enter a year of fire, which if you don't know, we're also in a period 9 era of fire. So it's like the double dose of fire. It's about visibility, momentum, embodied purpose. So this Leo full moon is warming the field. It's awakening the courage. It's reminding us who we are before the fire accelerates. So take a breath, inhaling through your nose, feel it into your heart, and let's begin, shall we? But today the moon is in Cancer, as I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited about the moon. And I love this image because we're in Aquarius season, but the moon is in her own home, in her own sign. So while the sun moves through this eclectic, radical, future-focused era of Aquarius, frequency vibration, this creates a gentle tension between our heart and our emotions, feeling and frequency, the home and the horizon. So you may notice your emotions rising, not to overwhelm you, but to inform you. It's the emotional frequency, it's emotional empathy. And Cancer asks, or always wants to know, it's the memories, right? It's our home front, it's our emotional foundation. So it's like, what feels safe and what needs tending? And Aquarius, it's like, what wants to evolve? What no longer fits the future that you are becoming? So it's a day to honor your emotional body without needing to explain it, nurturing yourself and really soften the edges. Allow and let your feelings be data, like information, and not drama. Your insight. I've shared moon forecasts by natal moon signs on YouTube because how this Cancer moon lands for you depends entirely on your moon. And your moon knows the way, so follow her rhythm. And of course, before we move any further, going down this kaleidoscope that I've created today, I want to layer in the perspective of numerology because numbers tell us where energy wants to move, not just what it feels like. And right now we're in this threshold cycle numerologically, not just period 9, which is a Mars energy, fire, frequency. We're actually closing one energetic chapter, preparing to step into another. which mirrors exactly what we're seeing astrologically, elementally. So this is a moment of integration. And if you've worked with me, you know, ritual has to integrate. It's not a time of acceleration. And numerology teaches us that before a leap, there is always a recalibration, a release of those outdated patterns, a reorientation of intention, even a quiet internal decision about who we are authentically becoming. So, this is why I keep saying, like, listen more than you push, feel before you force, pay attention to your feelings, and prepare before you ignite. It's the sound of silence. That's why today I'm literally holding us in an observation station and awareness rather than pulling live divinations, because this moment isn't about answers on demand. It's about alignment on purpose. And as we move towards 2026, a year where fire returns in a very large way, a galactic way, a big way, numerology reminds us that clarity precedes momentum. Think of the matrix. And if you know who you are becoming, the numbers fall into place naturally, organically. And that's exactly what the Fire Horse ceremony is designed to support. But we're also living inside of period 9. This is a fire era. We entered in 2024. So what does that even mean? Anything and all the things not built on truth, authenticity, will eventually burn itself out. That's why we're not rushing. This is why structure matters, the foundation. Fire doesn't destroy what's real, it exposes what isn't. And the world is already in fire. And the question is whether your body, nervous system, and foundation can really carry it all moving forward. So we've officially entered period 9 in 2024, also a fire cycle that rewards truth, embodiment, intuitive leadership, and paired with the yin wood snake year, hence my little image here, the fire snake. Wood fire snake, because snakes are fire. Anyway, this is not about doing more. It's about shedding what can't survive the light. And next week, we're not just going to be talking about 2026, we're initiating it. So with that, I'm going to show you a quick natal moon forecast for the Cancer natal moons. And when I return, the full moon elemental pathway. And of course, rituals are always in the online coven, and rituals are meant to be integrated. I see ritual as a prescribed spirit space, medicine, of integration. That's kind of how I see that. So a quick natal moon forecast for the Cancer natal moons. And when we return, the elemental pathway, the 4 pillars for the full moon in Leo. Aquarius season moon medicine if your natal moon is in Cancer. Aquarius season can feel emotionally confusing for Cancer moons. You are a moon-ruled being. You feel first, process later, and remember everything. Aquarius season, however, asks for distance, objectivity, and detachment. So if your natal moon is in Cancer, this season may feel like you're being asked to step back from your feelings instead of living inside them. This isn't a rejection of your emotional nature. It's an invitation to create emotional perspective. So how this may feel during Aquarius season? During Aquarius, Cancer moons may feel emotional yet oddly distant, protective of their inner world, less interested in emotional caretaking, aware of emotional patterns instead of just emotions, torn between needing closeness and needing space, activated by collective emotions, craving safety, but also clarity. So you may notice you're less reactive than usual, but more aware of why you feel what you feel. That's Aquarius at work. It lifts you out of emotional immersion so you can see the big picture, eyes wide open, or moon wide open. Moon medicine, or how to work with this energy. Your moon medicine for Aquarius season is emotional sovereignty. That means choose when to engage emotionally, create boundaries without guilt, observe feelings instead of absorbing them, protect your emotional energy, and release. Release the need to fix or rescue. Allow space to exist between stimulus and response. Aquarius season teaches Cancer moons that compassion does not mean constant emotional availability. You are allowed to step back without shutting down your heart. And some important seasonal insight. If you feel emotionally quieter this season, that doesn't mean you're disconnected. It means you're integrating. Aquarius season gives you a chance to understand your emotional patterns without drowning in them. This creates long-term emotional strength. Moon mantra, I honor my feelings without losing myself in them. I love that. So if you've been feeling more observant than emotional, more protective than expressive, Aquarius season is helping you redefine what emotional safety really means. You are still deeply intuitive, just wiser about where you give your energy. Inshallah, and we are back. A little tiger here on the scene. Not sure you can see him there. But the first full moon of 2026, the last full moon of the Yin Wood Snake year in Leo, arrives as a moment of full culmination. Look at this chart. It's magical and it's majestic. Not just within this lunar cycle, but within the entire Yin Wood Snake year. So this is the final full moon before the solar Chinese New Year. Not the lunar, that's February 17th. More to come in the Fire Horse ceremony portal. However, it carries a distinct message of completion, courage, and conscious ignition. There's a full fire frame. And if you don't know, in Chinese medicine, a fire frame is a directional area. We've got the snake, the horse, and the goat. So that's all the southern direction. And also, Leo is ruled by the sun, the heart, the will, the life force itself, its energy, vitality, the sun. So today on my show, we meet this fire full moon on a Yang Fire Horse day. This is the elemental chart I pulled for the full moon forecast and the elemental pathway. And Yang Fire, it's being fire. We've got Bing and Ding. This is big. So this is fire on fire. It's heart on heart. It's truth-seeking expression. So this is not performative fire. This is a directional fire. The kind that really asks, like, what am I willing to stand behind now? Fire is also charisma, it's passion. So this is the full illumination. It is being fed and it is producing. So we've got, it's pretty much mapped out, is what I'm saying. So it's also closing the Yin Wood Snake year. Yin Wood has been a year of shedding identities, releasing old skins, learning when not to strike, discovering power through restraint and strategy. So this Leo full moon is not asking you to become someone new. It's asking you to own who you've already become. So it's no more hiding, no more deferring, no more waiting for permission. You have the permission slip. And the Yin Earth Ox month, that's a full earth pillar, is holding the fire. It's containing it. So we're still in a Yin Earth Ox month, which means this fire must be contained, not scattered. And the ox is an energy. It's a teacher. It's teaching us endurance over urgency and consistency over impulse. Embodiment, earth, over reaction. So this full moon doesn't want drama. It literally wants commitment. So you really want to ask yourself, like, what fire am I willing to tend every day, even when no one is watching? That's your passion. Those are your inner fires, your desires. It's what you believe inside of you. And belief is something that you just believe. You don't need to see it to believe it. You believe it. And the Yang Fire Horse day It's the spark of momentum. This whole energy, it's like forecasting all of 2026 when we physically literally enter Yang Fire Horse, and it gets activated on the 17th. So the horse brings movement, courage, freedom, forward drive. It's like movement. But being paired with yin earth and yin wood, this is not reckless motion. This is earned momentum. So it's movement that comes after the long walk, after the shedding, after the inner work. So this is fire that knows where it's going. It knows where it's heading. It's a direct force in a fire period 9 fire era. And yin wood, the goat hour. This is a very yin chart too, by the way. It's stuff happening inside of us. It wants to be expressed. It wants to be released. But it's heart-led expression. At the yin wood goat hour, that's when the fire is softening. And the goat energy, the greatest of all time, brings compassion, artistry, if you know any goats, saying so myself, emotional intelligence, heart-centered leadership. So this hour is asking us to express our truth without burning the bridges, and to lead, be self-led with warmth, compassion, to speak from the heart, not your ego, heart expression, but also to honor sensitivity as a strength. Don't ever see kindness as a weakness. I actually said that to somebody I was working with a while ago. Don't assume my kindness is a weakness. You'll see a side of me you never saw coming. However, the message of this Leo full moon, I'm going to switch this out just for a second. This full moon is a mirror. It reflects how you carry your light, how you use your voice, and how you embody confidence without domination. Leo doesn't demand attention. Leo radiates. So Leo is the sun, and we're all born under a unique sun sign. So this is illuminating all of us. But the Leo full moon, the question is just simple. It's like, where am I ready to be seen? Not for approval, but for alignment. And standing at the threshold, the energies of this as we prepare to cross into the solar Chinese New Year, I'm a lunar girl, I'm a reflector. But this full moon becomes a ceremonial closing. It's a moment to say that this chapter is complete. And I don't know about you, but as soon as Neptune popped over into Aries for its new cycle, that shift is complete. This version of me is integrated and it's on the spectrum. So the fire that we all carry a sun, that is ours, each and every one of us. It is mine to carry forward, and it is also yours to carry forward. So just honoring the fire. You've survived. Claim the fire. You know you've earned it, and carry forward only what strengthened you, because this old skin is falling away and your heart's going to stand open. Just be ready for what comes, and also be in soul service, spirit service, right? Hey, universe, everything happens for me, and how is this happening for me, and what is it serving? So as the Leo full moon is going to be reaching its peak, we're not just closing a lunar cycle, we're standing at the threshold of this solar Chinese New Year. It's like right before. And this is where the moon hands the torch over to the sun, where feeling becomes direction, where emotion becomes action, fire. So we're preparing to step into fire horse energy, a frequency, a vibration that does not wait for permission. You've already got the slip. So the fire horse moves when the inner flame is already lit. So this full moon is asking you one final question before the solar year turns, like 3 days before. It's like, what fire are you actually willing to live for over the coming days? So momentum. And then next, when we enter a year where fire does not ask, it initiates. So if you've been feeling the heat, restlessness, the call to move, you're right on time. So stay with me, because next we're going to be aligning the fire direction, the Yang Fire Daymaster, and the way each of the Bazi, they're called, the pillars, the 4 pillars, speaks to this Leo full moon. And of course, in the coven, we've got a fire direction activation for this Leo full moon, plus a fire horse preparation. If you don't know, the energies move each year and the stars do fly. So with that, let's go back to the elemental chart. So a yang fire day master, right under the day, it says being. I tried to do my little spirits thing, but it's not working. So either way, the day master, yang fire day master with a Leo full moon. So in this chart, in the Bazi, the elementals, we always return to the day master. That's the prime directive, because that's the identity point. So for this full moon, we're working with the lens, seeing through the eyes of the sun, which is yang fire. So yang fire, the day master, being fire, being like the balance of being. And yang fire is the sun, it's visibility, leadership, it's charisma, it's creative life force, it's purpose that really wants to be seen. And the Leo moon, that's yang fire talking to yang. So we've got the yang and the yang. So I kind of want to collaborate about how each pillar relates to the yang fire day master. If you don't know your pillar, don't worry, just kind of tune in and see what resonates. But the year pillar is the collective fire. And the year pillar shows the environment shaping our fire. And for now, for this chart, it's the yin wood snake. But this Leo full moon is asking, is the world amplifying our fire, or is it dimming it, like dimming your light? And the fire horse energy, like it's productive, it's movement. I had a fire horse. I know the shift. So it's like, it's stop shrinking your flame to survive in old rooms. Those aren't your people, it's where do you belong? Don't dim your light to fit into a crowd that can't handle you anyway. The month pillar, the seasonal fire. So our month pillar is the climate our fire is living in. And Leo season, the energy of the sun, Leo, also the moon in this case, this energy is feeding the yang fire. So this is a moment of maximum visibility. So if you've been hiding, exhaustion, that's going to show up. You're going to feel exhausted if you're hiding, dimming your light. Not because you're weak, but because fire needs expression. And the day pillar, that's our inner flame. Yang fire in itself. So this is where identity meets truth. And the Leo full moon exposes where you perform versus where you embody. You're going to sense it, you're going to feel it, and you might physically, 3D world, see it. This is where fire is performative versus sovereign. Yang fire doesn't want applause, it wants alignment. And the hour pillar, that's the future fire, that's legacy. It's also our emotional foundation in the elemental world. But the hour pillar asks where your fire is actually going next. Where's it moving towards? So the fire horse doesn't plan endlessly, it's moving. So this full moon seeds, it's like planting the seeds of bold decisions, identity upgrades. I don't know about you, but I've definitely been shifting myself. But it's also future leadership roles. What you ignite now follows you into the solar year and into the lunar. So we're going to be in this initiation time, just saying. So this Leo full moon isn't just illumination, it is initiation. And initiation is what I call energetic hiccups. Those are wake-up calls to wake you the front door up. But the lunar wisdom completes its cycle here. Solar fire takes the lead next. And as we move towards the fire horse year, literally remember this. Fire doesn't ask permission, it asks for integrity. It's where the heart and the heart meet. It's fire on fire. So what are you seeing right now? So we're not just standing with a full moon. This Leo moon is the final ignition point before the solar Chinese New Year, before the turn, the threadings of the wheel of time. So we're closing the last thread of the yin wood snake year, a year of molting, shedding skins, unraveling old identities quietly and identities. But this chart does not end quietly. It's like It's the undercurrent. So this is a Yang Fire Horse day seated in a Yin Earth Ox month, meaning the fire has been contained, compressed. I'm thinking like of an outdoor fire, but it's also held under pressure. So when fire lives inside Earth for too long, it doesn't disappear, it waits. And that ash is like the perfect ritual ash I've ever used. Side note, just saying. But the Leo full moon strikes that waiting fire. So this is a moment the flame returns and remembers itself. It's like a reckoning. It's not chaotic fire. It's not even reckless fire. It's directed, intentional fire. So as we move towards the solar new year, the horse energy doesn't ask what's safe. It's asking what is true enough to move for. Like, what is it you're authentically moving towards and for? So if you've felt pressure, restlessness, heat in your body, urgency without a clear reason, this is not imbalance. This is ignition preparing for motion. I'm thinking like when you ignite, strike a match, basically. So the fire horse does not arrive suddenly. It arrives because the fire was already alive. It's lit within you. So with the Leo full moon, each day master, different day masters are activated during this lunation. I don't usually talk about the day master activation, but I am today. So the Yang fire horse in a month of the Yin Earth Ox. This is a very Yin Earth chart. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got Yin Wood on the hour with the goat, which is also Yin Earth, and it's got Yin Fire, Yin Wood, and the branch below. The horse is Yin Fire, Yin Earth. We've got Yin Earth in the month, Yin Earth in the ox, Yin Water, Yin Wood. The only Yang we have is both Yang Fire in the snake, the top pillar, and also the day master. So this is happening inside of us. Yin is inside. It's also the moon. Our year, we're in the final phase of Yin Wood snake, and the hour, again, the Yin Wood goat, the greatest of all time. So metal as an elemental, metal is also mineral. It is air. It's our voice. It's our throat center. They're all intercorrelated. I won't get into that, but it is in storage in the ox plus the snake. We've got yin metal and yang metal in storage. So it's sitting there calibrated. So future metal frame, we're going to have a metal frame at the hour of the rooster. So it'll be before this. And why does this even matter? Because this full moon is fire activating stored structure. It's going to liberate it. And the most activated day masters, Yang Fire, of course, that's the primary activation. Yang Fire, if you know your day master. So this is the headline energy. Why? Because Leo equals solar fire and the horse equals peak fire. And fire stored in earth, moving is now released. It's like moving towards that. So how it shows up for you, if you've got a Yang Fire day master, this is identity pressure moving towards clarity. It's visibility themes, whether it's leadership, decision, you have an inner knowing where you can't keep pretending those moments. You're going to have aha moments. So if you have a Yang Fire day master, the message for you is going to be that this full moon is restoring authority, authenticity, not ego. Now, the second one is the Yin Fire, because we're talking about fire. That's a secondary intimate activation. And Yin Fire is a candle blowing in the wind. And Yin Fire feels this deeply, but it's internally, inside. Because Yin Fire needs fuel plus permission. And this Leo moon provides and it's the manifestation of emotional truth surfacing, like emotions come to the surface. Creative desires, I'm thinking of the goat, those returning. But this inner fire is warming after it's been dormant, it's been silent. So for you, if you have a Yin Fire day master, you don't need to burn brighter. You just need to burn honestly and with integrity. Now, the next one is yin earth. Fire produces earth. It's all elementally. So, and we're a part of this, right? Sorry, I'm having an itchy lip. But yin fire is pressure released. So this is important because of the ox month. Yin earth contains fire. It becomes something because of the fire. Think of like wood creates fire, produces ash. The elements are there. And the earth houses metal. It's all metaphysical. So that's how yin earth contains fire. It's also the soil. And this Leo moon is heating the containment. Those stored emotions, decisions, fatigue are going to surface, the yin metal. It all plays a role. And the manifestation, whatever you've been holding too much, boundaries are needing like a redefinition. You got to redefine the line. Your body level is going to signal. So yin earth, you are not meant to carry fire forever. You are meant to shape it. You give it direction, kind of like water. Now, the next activation is yang wood. Just saying. I'm a yang wood day master. Elon Musk is a yang wood day master. So this is an igniting direction. It's subtle but very powerful. Yin wood snake year is ending and wood feeds fire. And the hour pillar being yin wood goat. The manifestation for you is like directional clarity, ideas, visions wanting action. So yang wood is the idea. It's the growth. It's the birth of something. It's growth demanding movement. So for a yang wood day master, this is growth without action literally will become frustration. It gets embodied inside. And the horse provides you that momentum. Metal day masters, you're delayed, I want to say, but very strategic. Metal is a force and it's a focused energy. It's determination. It's skill. It's metal. Yang metal and yin metal, different frequency, energy, vibrations. But metal is not activated yet because it's in storage. So why does that even matter? So the ox in the month and the snake in the year both carry metal, if you can see that on the chart here. And the hour of the rooster provides the metal frame between the snake and the ox and the rooster. It creates a frame is what it's called. So this full moon is preparing. It's not executing, it's preparing. So metal is a slicer, it's a dicer. So this is like strategic thinking, observing before acting, and sharpening your plans, being focused. So if you do have a metal day master, fire molds metal. So watch the fire, see what's illuminated. I'm thinking of like somebody who forges metal into a shape. Just knowing that you're going to cut the path later, and be careful with words. Just a side note that just popped in. And water day masters, you're going to be witnessing, and it's about the witnessing and the regulation, but we're also in a water year in the Dagara. So we've got this fire and water. It's kind of reminding me of Game of Thrones, just saying. But water is the least activated. We've only got yin water in the ox. So it's almost like the earth. It's cold and it's hard, which in Utah, we're in winter. But knowing that water is the least activated, but it's very essential. It's an essential ingredient. So manifestations, if you're a water day master, is about processing your emotions for yourself, reflecting inside your nervous system, awareness, and just watching others change rapidly. Are they in the flow? Are they resisting? Are they reconciling? So if you have a water or a lot of water in your chart, that kind of works both ways. But you are not late. You are regulating the field. So this Leo full moon doesn't belong to everyone equally. It belongs most to those who are carrying fire in waiting. My chart is full of fire, just saying, like It's so full of fire, I don't even know how I'm alive. I'm kind of worried about having a heart attack, just saying. There's just too much. And we're in a fire era. There's so many things going on. So that was kind of a lot. If this is curious and something you're interested in, we're going to be doing elemental cowrie shell mini dives. But a short clip before we go, we're back to Omen Days, which is a whole nother story. So stay tuned in and I'll return. Have you heard of Omen Days? A sacred time of reflection, release, and intention setting, spanning 12 magical nights during Yule. Write down 13 personal wishes before the 21st of December, winter solstice, or on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. Each wish represents something you'd love to manifest in the coming year, but there's a twist. Every night during Omen Days, you burn one wish. The smoke then carries it to the universe where higher powers take care of it. But the 13th wish, that's the one for you to make happen. Write each wish on a small piece of paper, fold them and place them in a jar or a bowl. Every night, pick one at random and burn it. Also, grab a deck of your oracle cards and pick a message each night. Every night, pick one at random and burn it and grab a card. On the final night, take ownership of your 13th wish. It's your responsibility to fulfill. Why is it magical? Omen Days isn't just about wishing, it's about letting go, trusting the universe. By starting on the winter solstice, this marks the return of light, perfect for setting intentions for a brighter new year. Begin on December 21st and embrace the magic of transformation. Juggling a salad. Okay, so Omen Days is one of my very favorite rituals I've done for quite some time. I do believe you can do Omen Days. You can start doing those wishes about a month before your born day, because I feel like that is your new year. Your return day is your birthday, basically. But I just want to say, like right now, this is why I do personal sessions and readings and why they matter, why the 4 pillars, the elementals, they go deeper than just predictions. Cowrie Shell Divinations is the art of divination brought to the West by Malidoma Somé. I worked with him all through vision. I'll get to the card I pulled in a minute, but we are not in a year where we simply manifest more. We're in a year where our identity is shifting. Very important on that. But the fire horse doesn't move based on wishes. It moves based on who you believe inside your heart and your soul, your spirit, who you believe within yourself, like who you believe you are to be, your essence. So energetically, when I look at the 4 pillars, they show me how your identity is built, not just what happens to you or for you. And your day master, which is the most important elemental of all, along with the year you're born. Your day master tells me how you move through the world. Your month pillar shows the pressure you're under, or if you're not under, maybe you're above it. And the year pillar, like we're going to move into the fire horse year, the year pillar shows the collective forces shaping you. And the hour pillar, that reveals the identity you're becoming. And we all have an hour pillar. So when these pillars change, we've got new elements at play. It's like a shift in our puzzle pieces. Your old strategies stop working. So this is a year literally of identities shifting, or shifting identities, each and every one of us. Why? This final thread of the yin wood snake year has been about shedding skins quietly. identities you outgrew without noticing, like not noticing at all. And the fire horse does not shed quietly. Fire horse moves visibly. So that's why so many people feel stuck right now, not because they're blocked, but because they're still trying to move with an old identity. Just so you know, block removal is the real work, and it is the deal. And blocks aren't punishments, we all have them. Blocks are literally outdated self concepts trying to protect you, but they don't work. They might have worked, to make you feel safe when you were 7 or 5. And in personal sessions, what we're really doing is identifying where fire has been contained for too long. That's the energy of this whole year. And where identity hasn't caught up with destiny. What no longer belongs in the next version of you. And it's funny when I say destiny, I'm thinking of the Last Kingdom. Because destiny, right? I'm thinking of Uhtred. But this year isn't asking, what do you want? It's asking, who are you becoming? And what must be released for that to be true? So that's the work of the 4 pillars. That's the work of this year and the elemental pathway. So if you feel like your old ways aren't working anymore, and I'm sure they're shedding, that's not failure. That's identity realignment. So this fire horse year, it's being fire. So it's big fire. It is the sun. That's identity alignment plus block removal. So this is not a prediction kind of session. This is an identity realignment for the fire horse year. And the fire horse activates movement, visibility, courage, decisive action, and a lot more. But only for those whose identity is aligned with their true elemental nature. So if things feel stalled, heavy, strangely resistant right now, it's not because your path is blocked. It's because who you've been operating as no longer matches the life trying to move through you. You're going through the shift and you need to integrate it. So in a personal one-on-one session, I explore all of that and a lot more, but more importantly, your day master, like how your energy is designed to move, lead, create, decide. But it's not just your day master. We also enter into 10-year pillars and a new pillar. All of this matters. You're an elemental energetic being and you're a subtle body being. And we're all here to live our gift and our purpose. Are you doing what you're purposed to do? But it's also where your fire has been contained, suppressed, misdirected. Because we're in this period of 9, which is also the era of fire. So there's a lot of illumination happening for each and every one of us, myself included. So it's also asking which identity patterns belong to an old cycle that we cannot carry forward. So the exact blocks slowing your momentum could be emotional, energetic, but also strategic. The universe is always working in our favor. We just have energetic hiccups. But to work with the fire horse energy, obviously I'm very prompted for this. So instead of burning out or freezing up, these sessions are especially powerful if you feel called to move but just don't know how. Maybe the old strategies are no longer working. Maybe you feel pressure to step into visibility. Maybe you're a little nervous, leadership, maybe a new role. Maybe you sense a deeper identity, like an identity shift is already happening beneath the surface or in the subtle energetic fields. And the fire horse doesn't wait, but it also does not force. So working with the elementals, moving the shells, really assists. I'm like a spiritual assistant is kind of what I feel like. I don't really like the word help. I just rather assist people to recognize their own brilliance. But they assist you at the right time, divine timing, right? Not only is it yes, it could be tomorrow, it could be a year, but whatever that is, but moving towards the right version of who you are. And identity shifting However, I just want to go over the 3 most common blocks based on your day master, your elemental day master, in the moment. So these are not random, they're kind of patterned. They show up across charts during this Leo full moon, this fire horse transition I've experienced lately, is what I want to say. So if you do have a fire day master, that's yang fire, yin fire, bing or ding. The first block you may experience is performing instead of embodying. So you've learned how to appear confident, capable, or got your light on, like a Leo sun, your light is on, but your fire is tired of performing. So the fire horse, it's kind of demanding authentic presence, not constant output. So just kind of being aware of that. Your next block, and block removals are real. I'll maybe speak to that at the end of the show, but either way, I possibly will. If you've got a fire day master, your second block could be contained fire equals irritation or exhaustion. So fire stored too long in the earth, that's like responsibility, obligation, survival mode. That turns into frustration, resentment, or burnout. So just kind of be aware. Block number 3 is fear of being fully seen. It's okay to be seen and expressing being seen. You're the sun, right? So visibility is no longer optional. That's not an option for you. But being seen as your true self, your authenticity, that feels riskier than being seen as the role that you've already mastered. It's about just being authentic in your skin, climbing into your skin. So as a fire day master, what fire does need now? Permission to move with integrity and honesty, not dramatically or drama driven or chaotic. So I really like that for fire, and I would probably hold that tone for all year. Just saying, there's a lot of expressive fire. If you have a wood day master, yang wood or yin wood, either way, small or big, your first block is going to be growth without direction. So be aware, you are growing, but without a clear container, the fire horse will expose where effort is being wasted without momentum. Remember, fire needs wood to expand, basically. Your second block could be over adapting to others. That's like bending the wrong way. I'm thinking of like how the wind or a tree moves in the wind, bending to others. Wood has been bending instead of choosing. So bend to your own rules. Yin wood especially, you've learned to accommodate instead of initiate. So just be aware. Your third block would be waiting for certainty before action. It's within you. It's yin. And the fire horse does not move with guarantees. So yin wood, or wood in general, needs to act when the direction is alive. Not proven, but you can feel the vitality. So energetically, what wood needs for the whole year and this moon, it's kind of a derivative is what it feels like. But this is commitment to a direction, even if it evolves. It's going to evolve, just give it up to spirit. I have a message on my fridge that says, "Good morning, this is God. I'll be handling all your problems today. So go ahead and enjoy your day." So that's the energy I frequent and frequency. If your day master is earth, yang earth is the mountain, yin earth is the soil. So your block would be something like carrying what is no longer yours. Earth holds. So you've been holding structures, people, responsibilities, even identities that belong to an old cycle. So just be aware. Another block would be safety through stagnation. You're stagnating based on the illusion of safety, security. So it's where stability, the mountain, has quietly turned into immobility. We go to the mountain doesn't come to us. So the fire horse disrupts those comfort zones built on containment. It's named. You are a nurturer. Just saying. A lot of people that have a lot of earth, they are nurses, basically caretakers. They're the home. Your other block would be like body-based resistance. What you resist persists. So Earth feels this year physically tension, fatigue, heaviness. So signaling the need to release the weight, not add effort. So it's in the releasing and the allowing and the letting go. So as an Earth person, I would say boundaries, delegation, lighter loads, lighter eating, lighter flow. Like, don't add more to your to-do list. If you have a metal day master, yang metal would be crystals, unrefined. Yin metal is like silverware, focus driven, swords, even. Yeah, swords. Yeah, it's definitely swords. So, a block for you, something to pay attention to, is waiting for the perfect strategy. So, metal is watching, refining, and sharpening. But the fire energy, the horse of the fire, wants movement, not endless optimization. So just, just start moving, going with the flow. And your other issue is control as protection. It's the delusion. It's the need to stay composed or correct, tighty-whities. But that's delaying the necessary risk. I always think of people that have like, no offense, people that have been to college. They've got like that resistance to dress differently, and even though they want to. Just saying. Third block would be delayed expression. Metal is an expressive energy, but it does have a bite with words because it's connected to the throat center. So metal energy is currently stored in the ox and the snake. Previous, you can rewatch the video. So expression is coming, but restraint is needed without self-silencing. Always reminds me of the sound of silence, which is also connected to metal. So metal needs preparation without paralysis. You don't want analysis paralysis. Metal is also connected to the fall, Virgo, Libra, and the edge degrees of a Scorpio. Where water day masters, I was thinking I was done, but the water, we're in a year of water in the Dagara, yang water, yin water. A block for you would be emotional overprocessing emotions. So you already know you feel everything, but not translating feeling into decision is an energetic block. You could have nervous system overload. So the energy of the fire horse, fire warms water, or it can turn to steam. There's all kinds of calibrations, metaphysical. This can feel overwhelming to water, leading to withdrawal or even avoidance, where it's like steam delay. But there's also a block, an external block, like waiting for permission. You don't need to wait externally. You've already got it. You've got your permission slip. It's about being in the flow. And water senses the shift, but you're waiting for the signal, the details in the signal. So this year requires self-authorized movement. Authorize yourself. Give yourself that permission slip. So as an elemental energy, grounding plus choice, not more reflection. So the fire horse year doesn't remove your blocks. It reveals which identities can no longer move forward. So for block removal and identity shifting, I've joined MMU. It's called Master Manifest University. And if you don't know, we live in 3 different dimensions. The 3D, which is a waking state, a state of problems. It's our day-to-day world. It's where we see things up, down, sideways, back, forth, all the directions. The 4D is solutions. It's like being in the world and not of it. That's my space. The 5D is spirit to spirit, awareness. It's the land of the miraculous multiplied and then some. If you know, you know. So if you're ready to leap into the identity you're meant to lead from, MMU is for you. If you are not ready to take the leap, you want to stay in the same identity you are or have been in for decades, months, years, then MMU is not for you. You have to do the work. If you love the 9 to 5, MMU is not for you. So I just want to spew that out. That was kind of a lot. If you're ready for a divination, you know all you have to do is comment the year and month of birth, and I'll move the shells on your behalf and see what spirit has coming through. If not, I'll just continue on my conversation. So yeah, I always like to see who's interested in a divination. As Tiger's got his cute booty here. He for some reason, it's like the cat. My little cat claw. So if I don't have anybody who wants a divination, which it's kind of been like that lately, shyness is real. So as I bring my close or my show to a close today, just remember this. Everything we explored lives across 3 layers of reality. The 3D is what you can see, touch, and measure. The structures of your life, the patterns playing out in form. The 4D, it's the emotional mental bridge. It's our beliefs, our feelings, the stories that shape your perception. It's our imagination. It's our visualization. It's our dream state. Solutions, if you've got a problem in the 3D, you go to the 4D for the solutions. That's where they live. And the 5D is where the magic, the medicine, the miracles. It's the field of endless possibilities. And then some. This is where intention, frequency, and soul alignment create before anything shows up in matter. It is spirit taking form into the 3D. So when you tend to your emotions, you shift your thoughts, choose your awareness with those thoughts. You move from reacting in the 3D to creating in the 5D. It's literally that's how we manifest, by identity shifting and visualizing. It's like a visual forecast. So just allow and let today be an integration point, feeling your feet on the earth. Listen to the wisdom of your heart, and just remember the vastness of your spirit, your energy vitality. And if you want to continue this work through ritual, meditation, dimensional alignment, you are always welcome inside the coven, in the workshop space, or through a private session where we map out your unique energetic algorithm together. So that's kind of what I'm all about. Changing lives, igniting passions as you stay grounded in your body and clear in your mind, and just open up your field. It's about soul to soul, spirit to spirit, source to source. We all have this divine source energy. That's the 5D if you don't know. But my motto is changing lives, igniting passions on the information highway, the land of spirit, while integrating and awakening your spirit. So if you don't know, people throw shade and dim our light all the time. Distractions, temptations, and discouragement. That's the 3D. Usually your family. Just saying. Ancestral. Gotta liberate that shit. And if people can throw shade and dim your light, then I, Tanya D, can radiate your brilliance. So I will see you on the other side. Just remember the fire horse ceremony I'm going to be doing live next Friday. Tell your friends. It's going to be fantastic. Visualizing the magic and the medicine already. And I will see you on the other side. Ashe, as always, and blessings.